Alright, well, I guess intro is not working again. So I'll figure it out eventually. Alright, greetings everyone. Thank you for joining us for tonight's channeling. Alright, we'll just jump right in. It's messages, and then we'll go to Q&A and try to keep messages kind of short because we have a long list here. So, alright, much love, blessings, and here we go. Greetings. I am Gunther of the Dinosaur Collective. There are different parallel dimensions where we do exist still. We don't call ourselves dinosaurs. If you do, you call us dinosaurs, so we go by that vibration. But we are there and are the form that you recognize us in. And we have been speaking to you for a very long time. We do see our messages coming across as more understood. Some of us do have wings. Some of us are Tyrannosaurus with wings. There are different types of species that have been totally erased from their world, that is, within our collective. And we do speak into your vibrations so we can be remembered, so we can re-enter into your environment. But mostly it would be through messages. You're not ready for a T-Rex. You just walk back into your reality. But we are bringing assistance as for understanding clarity of your environment. As for ridding of, your history is kind of shambled, as you're probably aware, and our connections with you will be more known over time as for giving you messages as for how our collective truly was in the past. If you wish to connect with us, we are just here as a hello at this time. And yes, we were of different colors, if anybody was wondering. Let me leave you with that thought. Blessings. Greetings. I am Sion, the Yah-Yel. Blessings. Yes, we send our energies to you. There is much happening in your political climate. As for the alien vibrations to come in stronger into your world, as some of your human politicians are panicking, or they are seeing of a great change and a removal of much of those in your political state of mind. You'd be surprised, there is a cloud forming over those of the negative in your government systems. That meaning that there is much of corruption being cleared out, as you see already one scandal in your Hollywood, most likely to be others to follow in due time. We can't give a time or a date, but don't be surprised. As scandals unheard of. Well, you have heard of them before, but when you see groups of individuals instead of just one individual having a scandalous mark on them. But as for when this is happening, you will know, of course, but we do not see it happening anytime soon, but it is on the horizon. Basically clearing out the dark, letting in the new. That's all we can comment on at this time. Well, we are here to assist you with your questions whenever you are ready.
Yes, thank you for coming in.
Yes.
And first is Dragon.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing well.
So there's a galaxy out there about 1 billion light years away called we call it IC 1101, and it's humongous. It's so big that if you put the Milky Way next to it, the Milky Way would look like a tiny little dot.
Yes.
It's the biggest galaxy in the known universe, although other beings probably see more than we do.
Yes.
What's the story about that? Why is it so huge, and is it full of very advanced and evolved beings?
Well, yes, many beings that are connected to the God consciousness. You hear of the Christ consciousness. Much of it is the God consciousness, basically of creators, massive creators. That is known in that part, in that galaxy, but not all of it, but there are portions of it where those are the great creators, you could call them. However you want to name them, actually.
Cool.
Different species are being created, but not just that. It is realities are difficult to understand in your third dimension at this time. Yes, go ahead.
All right. My second question is basically people's gifts are not being utilized well by those. Are their souls aware of how inefficiently taking it?
Your question's breaking up.
Oh, sorry, I'll ask again. People bring a lot of gifts to the world, and then they're given like mundane jobs that
Yes.
by society that don't make good use of their gifts. Are the souls of the people that are in control of society aware of how inefficiently and poorly they're using people's gifts?
Well, yes, but the soul that's living that life chose that as they are refining their gift, and it will not necessarily always bring it out fully into this environment. They have many other lessons to live. It doesn't mean they even came here to even use that, utilize it completely here. A lot of it was to refine it and then go to another reality and then bring it out there. So everything's done for a purpose. Of course, there are situations where the soul can't break out of a contract. But yes, those that are running your planet, yes, are fully aware of it, of course.
Thank you.
Yes.
Much love.
Blessings.
Okay. And next is Michelle.
Greetings. Thank you for being here, Simon.
Yes.
I had a really beautiful experience on Wednesday on a riverbank. Did a San Pedro sacred ceremony with the plant medicine. And I did it with an individual called Alashina. And much to my surprise and delight, he shared a language that he's been experiencing. And he had never met anybody who had spoken languages before, so I let him speak his language to me and then do his flavor of toning, which was very, very different from anything I do. And I experienced a really beautiful light show and a lot of geometries, etc. I'm wondering if you can tap into that energy and maybe tell me a little bit about, I don't know, either what it was that he was channeling, or something about our relationship going forward, or how we're going to be connected. It was just a really, really deep experience for me.
Yes, there's an astral, the two of you are combining energies from what we are seeing. The sounds that came from him, yes, are very Arcturian, but also there is some Yah-Yel there. And what is not normally heard is a Nordic energy from him, which is not usually heard. Palladian Nordic language. It's not common for those that are doing languages here.
It's very beautiful.
It's a combination of different species. It is. I'm also seeing a butterfly energy there. You can probably pick up on that quite easily. It is it's like packaging everything that he was doing, the energies there. But the two of you in astral is very, very strong at this time. So I believe that will come into your reality as you wish it to do so, of course.
Thank you. I would just like a message from our highest good at this time from whomever steps forward first.
Well, yes, your guides are saying this is, yes, excellent for you. And they say, of course, to continue this vibration. As it is, you're tuning yourself to a higher frequency where you are actually connecting more to the Mother Earth energies. And you should begin to, I am seeing the Bat Collective around you, a positive energy.
Cool.
You'd be surprised, it's actually a protection energy around you, actually. It's there to give you guidance from what I'm seeing. But it's also a elemental energy that's quite strong. You might hear music in your ears, possibly. That is of the elementals. If you get a tune in your mind, that is the elementals singing to you.
Cool. That sounds amazing. Thank you very much. Much love.
Okay, next is Liz.
Hello.
Dreams.
Well, last night I saw something that it looks like what, two different ships, spaceships, different times. Could you tell me who they were? Because one of them I clearly requested to see them, and the other one I actually brought my husband outside and said, "Let's go look." And then I had my scope, and I saw another one.
Well, one is Lyran, the felines, and one is Palladian. From what I feel, I believe the Palladian one was the second one.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of Arcturian energy there, but for the most part, it's the Palladian energies. And it does seem like when you were looking up at them, they were also, as you were connecting to them. As you were being on that ship, I believe you're connecting to the consciousness of it.
Yes, because I knew what they were, so I looked right at them, I guess.
Yes, they're also giving your husband a lot of downloads from what we are seeing. He might not be fully aware of it, but they're watching out for his energy. There does seem to be some vulnerabilities around him that you're probably aware of, where some lower energies can get into his consciousness. So
yes.
the idea is to build up more strength around himself. That takes time for him to do so, but some of the beings around him seem to provoke him. You already see that, though. So I'll send you energies of understanding this more of how to deal with it.
Thank you very much. Yes, he has gone through really great transformation in a short period of time. It's very good. So, and is there anything you can tell me? Any messages for me?
Yes, your Ashar commands, and you're spending a lot of your time underground recently on different parts of the world. I don't want to go into detail here, but underground is a lot where many decisions are being made. Underground can also be in the oceans, sometimes even in the skies. Of course, that's not underground, but you understand it is not seen. And some of these places that you go to, so like if you go into an underground facility, you go through a room and all of a sudden you're on the other side of the earth, basically. And what is going on here is peace treaties are being done. Yes, we can't go into much detail as for what is happening in your Asian countries, let's put it that way. But it is being taken care of, but yes, we cannot go into that at this time.
Yes, I understand that. Thank you. Thank you very much. Much love.
Blessings.
Okay, next is Daria.
Hello there, Cyan. Was it?
Greetings. Yes. Greetings.
Yes, greetings. So, what do you have for me this happy evening?
One moment. Yes, around you, there seems to be there's not closed energy around you, but as for what you are doing, is you are incognito, you are invisible a lot recently. I believe you even feel that at times. You have been visiting the reptilians as for cooling their heels down quite a bit. Yes, you have been visiting their ships a lot recently in your astral, just popping in, just seeing what they're doing, moving their stuff around, it seems. Just, unwanted guests, basically. It does seem like you do spend your time there a little bit to go to some of their ships. The ones that are causing mayhem on your world, basically. Those are the ones you visit the most. And you do visit the kind ones, of course, but the ones that are causing, the ones that think they know everything, you've been visiting them recently. It's like uninvited guests kind of thing. But it has been good for you and them. They are not getting, basically you are preparing them for what is to come for them. Basically, you're kind of giving them indications of how long the reign is going to, longevity they have, of their ruling on this planet. You've been doing a lot of that recently.
Yeah, I know. I said that to the Archons also, that basically they're, because I know that I'm traveling in time in astral, and I know the routes basically. So I can say that I remember myself going to different species and saying that I know you will do this, but this ends at this point, and then this happens. So I'm basically not preparing them that they should do anything else, because I will do some stuff like manipulations, and I
Yes.
know when it's going to end. I have seen myself like that. It's not that I'm making it up. So that's what you're saying. I actually know. My soul knows. So thank you for that. And do you have anything I would like to know from your species, your collective? From a funny pocket or a big pocket, small pocket, whatever you have there.
Well, you do have extra to add to your first question that you are going, yes, as you mentioned, through time. You are removing a lot of Archon connections, let's put it that way, in your future time. You're also assisting those of your future to know how to deactivate at least the negative of the Archon connections. That is what we're seeing. So you might be able to pick up on that.
Yep.
It is unplugging them. And they also say like you show up to them like a fairy godmother, kind of. Even like the fairy tales, sure just appear like one in some regard. Some of them kind of don't know what to think of that.
Yeah.
But yes, as your second question, we do see you around the felines a lot recently. Some of it has to do with painting, a lot of them, but yes, you've been doing painting, haven't you, in your reality? So you've been painting, you've been decorating them. So when you decorate yourself, your nails?
Yeah.
You decorate some of them the same way. Okay,
Cool.
maybe not exactly. So some of them do come to you and you kind of, paint. You're not always aware of it, but you're painting quite a few of them, it seems. As for anything else than that, well, yes, you have a lot to do with fashion with the felines. I believe there are other beings involved, but I see the felines as the strongest energy. You can say you're like a fashion designer in some regard.
Cool.
Yes.
Yeah, I love fashion.
Yes.
I wished people would have great clothes and they could express themselves through that, even in checkered shirts like Ivan do.
Yes.
Just kidding. Okay,
Yes.
I love you guys. Blessings.
Blessings.
Connect later. Bye.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, next is Colin.
Greetings, Zion.
Yes. Greetings.
I'm just wondering if there are any messages for me today.
One moment. Yes, your guides say patience is your virtue. You are opening up other talents within yourself that you're not aware of. Ever so slowly, you are walking a line of a great awakening within yourself. I am seeing, yes, dragon energies around you, but a positive dragon energies, such as the crystal dragons, purple crystal, blue crystal dragons. Any type of, you see them on your world. People do create them as little dragon designs. That energy is very strong with you. You can connect to that to stabilize your vibration, realize there's much more going on in your reality. The dragon is actually can be quite positive to connect to. That removes lower energies. It is a lot of them are going through a fight at this time on your planet. So it's energy that you can utilize for healings if you wish to do so. And give you a little bit more. Most likely they'll give you the same answers they're receiving from other beings as for the situations that you're in at this time. But they should bring a healing along with it, though. Essence.
I see. Thank you. And are there any messages from my guides?
One moment. Yes, they say you're clearing out a blockage. Well, that's been there for a long time now. And they say your relationship area will improve. You'll get more clarity of it. You will see some of it split open as you're getting more knowledge about it. They do say a deep wound will be healed, but first it needs to be, you need that wound first for it to heal. But they're not going into full deep. That's kind of cryptic there. There is this relationship area. They are showing her as a crystal-like being, actually. That is kind of untouchable at times, and also unstoppable force. You probably already connected with that. It's an energy there that is kind of toxic, only to protect her.
Oh, hold on, you got muted somehow.
Pete.
The elite energies have... One moment. The elite energies are around her, at least from the past, and she still remembers some of it. So she kind of be going through a psychotic episode because of that. Not funny.
I see.
She is
And
taking off the controls. Yes, go ahead, please.
is the wound that you're seeing that's being cleared have anything to do with the thing that's blocking the connection to love?
Yes, it is. Well, they say a wound has to come first. So basically, it has not. This one that they're talking about has not happened yet.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So there will be some disruption once again, but it will give you more clarity, though, as they always seem to do. In some cases, you learn a little bit more each time. It seems.
I see. Thank you. Blessings.
Blessings.
Okay. So next is Daniel.
Hello there.
Greetings.
Greetings. My first question is, I'd like to know from Lilith what she feels is really, really important for me to know at this time, if anything.
One moment. Well, yeah, she says as soon as you untie yourself, another being is there to tie you back up, as you are aware. But the rope is not usually as strong as it used to be. And there is a... One moment. There's kind of a blockage here. One moment. Yes, there's a presence that is constantly tying you up, and some of this has been an Anunnaki presence. That has been, you have been talking to them as for releasing you. You have been getting closer, but every time you do so, it seems like it's been a trick recently. But even with that trickery, it does seem like you're going further into the rabbit hole of where all this is coming down to. There is also a volcano energy around you as you have been going to the center of the earth quite often in the Agarthan energies to get a release. But it does seem like there is still some... Yes, there's interference here.
Yeah, I know. I felt that as soon as I was about to ask the question, but I keep feeling my parents' energies are, as you keep mentioning the source of it, I keep feeling them getting involved too, if you can connect to that.
One moment. But they're used as a blockage, meaning their consciousness is used to close you down. They're not aware of it, but they're captured the same as you are, but they're not aware of it. In astral, they are slightly, but obviously they cannot connect to their human self to let themselves go, as you all have a contract together, and these beings are using them to manipulate, as you are aware. But your parents are not fully able to release themselves from you anytime soon, it seems, because they're under contract by these beings.
I mean, that does beg the question of like if I physically were to live away from them, would that make any kind of difference at all?
Unlikely, because it can go. Eventually, it will go into that direction. As for moving away, it will help a little bit over time. Yes, I believe it will strengthen itself. Yes, over time, it will take time for that.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yes.
The last thing I wanted to know is I kept feeling some kind of dark magician energy around me.
Yes.
And like partially giving me information, but I don't know if it's also trying to mess with me too. Could you elaborate more about that?
Yes, the dark. One moment. Well, yes, this one you've been going head to head with recently. As you have been showing him that your power also, it has you shut him down on many occasions. And so, of course, that's bringing kind of a fury around you because of this situation. Yes, I believe this Daria is needs to be muted somehow. It's causing me interference as I connect. Somebody
I'm so sorry I didn't
push a
know.
button. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. One moment as we reconnect. Yes, this being has been. You've been shutting this being down on many occasions, and so he's been coming back to you in a kind of a wrath. This is where the volcano comes from, because of lava energy of anger. It's been around you. That's what we're seeing at this time.
Interesting. All right. Thank you very much for your help.
Yes.
It's blessings to you.
Okay, next there is Kingsley's questions, and his first one is, do I have any messages?
Yes, your guys are just saying to meditate more. As Pleiadian energies are working with you, are strengthening you, but is mostly in your dream state. So when in your meditations or before you go to sleep, just ask for more guidance. I believe you do that to a certain extent. They're also saying that if you have any crystal energy to put around your bed, it would be also good to utilize your energies. If you have any just small crystals that you feel that connect with you strongly, whatever it might be, or purchase one, just anything small is good for your vibration. And also to carry one with you also. Whatever it is that you are attracted to. Blessings.
Okay, and second question is there anything I need to improve on my abilities?
What I'm being told is the weird energy, the feline energies are good for you to connect with as for finding clarity, as for clearing out what is not needed before you open yourself up. It is at least something that see how you feel about it, basically. What kind of feline energies to bring close to you to add to your energy field. Might be the tiger, might be the lion, it is up to you. Could be the panther. You'd be surprised how you will see a change in frequency when you do this. Blessings.
Okay, and next is Miguel.
Hello, Zion.
Yes, greetings.
Thank you for answering our questions today.
Yes, you're welcome.
My first question is, I keep number if you have any messages.
Yes, your connection's breaking. You said 11? 11?
Yeah, 1111.
It does seem like the angel energies have been stronger with you recently, as you have been moved out of your space, is what they're saying. Physically, you are still in the same area, but your energy has been moved. It does seem like you're moving up frequencies, but only for a short time, as there is much there to download, then to go back into your normal vibration. It does seem like you've been downloading a lot of sacred energies also That'll be utilized when the time is right. I am seeing also the King Arthur energies that is around you. As you will start to feel, if you have not now, you hear of the tales of dragons and other beings. Well, your world's it's moving in that direction, and it's slowly reteaching itself. They say you will be one of those teachers of these anomalies. Over time, of course. At least have an understanding of it. So, that's the message.
Thank you for that. And are there any other messages from the angels, from my guides?
One moment. But they are saying as financial transitions coming as they need to do so, they also see travel. Not necessarily a far travel. Yes, it's more than just going from home to work, but it's a different type of travel. They're not going into full details of that. They just say it would be protected. There is some kind of question of even to do the travel, but they say if you choose to do so, it will be fine. But they're not going into full details of that. One moment. Yes, it just said the Archangel Michael energy is stronger with you recently. As you are being built up in some ways like a warrior, a spiritual warrior, to some degree where your powers are being utilized so you can be more telepathic is what they're getting to. And other healing abilities, of course, also. Blessings.
Blessings.
Okay. And next is Nick.
Blessings, Scion. Thank you for connecting.
Yes.
First question I have, I've noticed a couple things recently, and I just wanted to get some input from Spirit. My reading, my channeling abilities, I feel have improved. Simultaneously, my ability to see orbs is starting to diminish. I'm not seeing orbs as often as I used to, whereas now I can pick up on other stuff and pick up on energies and whatnot easier. The only thing I could think of is I spend a significant amount of my time these days in the top floor of a high-rise building. I was just wondering if there's what was the reasoning for that, or if it has anything to do with me not being so physically down connected to the planet.
Well, yes, this movement of the orbs, the reason that your frequency has changed, your direction has changed. As you are changed, you're changing your abilities, you're tuning your abilities to receive a different type of information, where it's not necessarily needed to be seen anymore, but mostly heard. So you're opening up your frequency to be heard, and to do so, a lot of your energies, and it's going into more of that tunnel of receiving. Basically, you're opening up that channel, and so that's where all your energies are going to at this time. So we do see you receiving more information, not necessarily to see, but mostly to hear.
I follow. Yeah, that's been what's going on. And there's no distinction if I'm on the 20th floor of a building or if I'm not. That's irrelevant.
You could be underground. You can be in a plane. Doesn't really matter.
All right, cool. Thank you for that, Scion. Second question. Yesterday, when I was clearing my energy field, and I noticed I was what felt like I was being interfered with or blocked. I had to kind of flex my spirit muscle a little stronger to clear out everything that needed to be cleared out. And a result of that, what looked like I kind of peered into a different world. I don't know if it was it kind of looked like the Fey realm, if I can put a finger on it. I don't know, maybe I went somewhere else. I don't know what it was, but I was definitely peering and seeing into something somewhere else. Just want to know if there's something to add to that.
Yes, it does seem like you're going to more of the Garthian realities, or is a Palladian presence there also? Yes, there was an angelic energy to open you up to this vibration, but it does seem like part of you, a lot of your channelings, your knowledge is coming through, will come through that Fey energy. It is a softer energy to help people. It's not too heavy of information. It's also giving them, the people that you connect to, they feel that they're secure, they're in a secure place. It's the reason why that's, sometimes you connect to aliens, they pull back a little bit. Well, at least with the Fey energy is more, people feel more comfortable with that. So that is what we're seeing at this time.
That'll continue to happen as I use my techniques to clear my energy field and connect?
Yes, it does seem so, yes. You also have been clearing Archon energies away from you. They have been around. They've been trying to plug you. I don't think they've been successful, but they are around, though.
I do still see the dark orbs. Are those the dark orbs?
Some of them are. Some of it's Anunnaki. Some of them are fallen angels also. So it's a little bit. The grayer ones are more fallen angels.
And I'm able to pierce them with light and
yes,
transmute them into a different dimension successfully?
Oh yes, they will. Yes, they will just move on basically. He doesn't want us around basically.
Good. All right. Cool. All right.
Blessings. Yes.
Blessings, Zion. Thank you.
Blessings.
Okay. And next is Emmy.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, doing well. Thank you.
My first question is, do you have any messages for my direction right now?
One moment. Well, we do see still opportunities of leaving your state. I believe it was an island area that you wanted to go to. That is still open, we believe. I believe it will be successful if you wish to do so. If not, that is fine. We do see, yes, all possibilities seem to be opening up around you as you're leaving the country for a job is a high possibility. You are building up these openings, it seems, but you have not made quite a decision yet. But it does seem like you will know in the next few months, but it is up to you, of course. But as for if you wish to stay where you are, that doesn't seem to be as strong as it is as for leaving. But that is up to you, though. So, we'll leave it at that.
That's interesting. Thank you. I've had a lot of tension recently that has to do with the job I left. I was supposed to stay in the country I was in, and there's a lot that happened, including the hurricane. But since it's like me and a friend of mine feel like we've kind of been ghosted, it's really strange, considering the kind of job I was in.
Yes. Without going into full details, yes, we do see that. But we also want to add that your energy seems like you're pushing yourself out of where you are, meaning out of that country that you're in that now.
Oh.
You're pushing yourself somewhere else. I don't think you're going back to where you came from, though.
Okay.
But you are going somewhere. It takes time, but it does seem like you're building up for another adventure, you could say.
Okay.
A better one from what we are seeing.
Yes. That sounds wonderful. I like better adventures.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yes. Blessings.
Have a nice day.
Yes.
Okay, next is Martin.
Hello. I was wondering if my guides have any messages for me.
Yes, you are tuning your energies for the channeling ability. We are seeing fairy energies that you can connect to if you wish to do so. That is a prominent energy around you. You have been going to Agartha a lot recently. As for healings, those that you're around you, as for friends, are very Agarthian also. You might be able to pick up on that. But we do see the channeling ability as a strong vibration. As for when you will connect with it, yes, will take time, but the energy around you is quite strong at this time.
That's great. My second question is, I was wondering if you could connect to what my contracts are for this lifetime.
Yes, they're going to be vague in some areas. I'm not going to full detail, of course. You have to learn certain detail. Honesty, the contract of honesty is very strong. You've had lifetimes where you were on the dishonest contract, but you are now.
That.
Yes, you are on the honest. That's the main one that came through was honesty, but also bringing honesty out of others, and also seeing who are being dishonest, basically. And that's actually that can be also a very trying, something to learn, as you are aware of, especially when you're exposing somebody that is not being honest. That is very like a friend, for that matter. So that is actually not an easy contract, as you probably are aware. But you have not been fully tested in that regard. But either way, the idea is for you knowing honesty is the most positive healer around you. As for others, a lot of it has to do with relationships, also for finding a partner to spend your life with. That is also there. As for exploring unconventional partner, as for not being traditional, basically you see traditions and just sitting at home and talking to each other, and you want more out of that. So being more adventurous in that area, kind of like breaking traditions, we are seeing. That is all they're allowed to say at this time. So.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yes. Blessings.
Okay. And next is Omran.
Greetings.
Hello, Cyan.
Yes. Greetings.
Is there anyone out there that has a message for me or want to tell me something?
One moment. Well, yes, one moment. Yes, Lucifer's energies. He says you have been connecting to your twin brother, an astral, one that looks very much like you, but has different ways. This is not another version of you. This is another soul. That's a twin energy of yours. Always decided to be part of your energy, but it is still not you, though. This one has gone into a lot of darker directions than you have. And also, it seems like he's been interfering with your relationships recently. This might have been a couple of years on. It seems recently, though. But he has been around. But they're not saying his name. That's for something for you to connect. It is like a fallen angel around you, basically. That's what he's saying.
Uh-huh. Okay. And what was the thing about Lucifer you said?
Oh, this is Lucifer is bringing this information.
Ah, okay.
Message from Lucifer.
Okay. And my second question is, I was out of my body like a week ago, and there was someone who spoke in my mind when I was out, a female voice, and she was speaking in either angelic language or ET language, but I didn't understand the message. Could you maybe tell me some of it?
One moment. Yes, you're going through a soul renewal, a slight one. You have been connecting more with Lucifer's energies. As for being tested through what Lucifer has been tested through, these are in other realities that you're connected to. You have been going through you've been seeing the universe through his eyes in some ways. But not just Lucifer's energy. There's a lot of other beings around you during this. So you might feel tremors around you as you're feeling that you're uncomfortable because these are the other realities you're connected to. There's much more to that message, but a lot of it has to be private from what she says. But I believe you will receive it.
All right. Thank you. That was it for me.
Yes.
Much love.
Okay, next is Sheena.
Greetings, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Hello, how are you?
We are doing well. Thank you.
Yes, good. I was going to ask you about my abilities, what are strongest, because I do many things, and with the healing thing, I do it different than other people. I walk to their soul and, do things. But it seemed like, something is with my third eye, or I don't know if it's like connected with that, but it's like I can remote view sometimes, and sometimes I don't know if I'm channeling or if it's regular downloads. And sometimes, I know what people are going to say, what they're thinking, and yeah.
Well, yes, you have the telekinesis energy, but it is not exactly moving objects. It is moving energies.
Okay.
And you're activating all of your abilities. You are like a tuning fork. You're just turning everything on and sending it out where it is needed. And you're also receiving positive back. Sometimes you receive a being that you don't want to receive, but they do sometimes come back to you sometimes. But it does seem like you're activating all your abilities at once. And you're just sending it where it is utilized, from what you're seeing. And there are souls that you will do take a hold on, it seems, in a positive way. As for healing, sometimes they might even feel your touch. Actually, they do. They don't know what it is, though. Okay. Well, when people feel touches, they feel energies. That's you, also.
Okay. Yeah, because I do touch them when I do this. Yes, that's correct. Okay, thank you for that. And my second question: do I have any messages from you or anyone?
Well, yes. The archangels say you're going through the third eye of the archangels, the third eye of their consciousness, that you transform yourself into a being that even cannot be described here, but an energy that just shoots out as it goes out, however you want to word that. But it does go across the earth to those that are utilizing it. They're almost saying like you're kind of like a spiritual Santa Claus in some regard, sort of visiting everybody, but not everybody. But that's one way of you. Yes, it's one way. You're bringing them presents, but it's mostly energy presents. So
yeah.
So something for you to connect with. It is you are in whatever form you wish to be in, basically. Okay. And you might see yourself, and this goes for others also, because they do it too, in some ways. You go to somebody, you bring in them an item. It could be a crystal, can be, most likely it's not something you can, it might be a teddy bear, because they know what that is here, but usually it is something that's a little bit different.
Okay.
It just takes that form. So.
That's nice.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Much love to you, and blessings.
Yes.
Okay, next are Thomas's questions. And first one is, I think there might be something my guides want to say to me. What would that be?
Well, I said to keep going. What is on your mind that you are contemplating, thinking about? Like a package you're there to open, just go into that thought. That what is it that you desire, you want? manifest it. You are in a time of changing your frequency, so you can connect to more. You are going to more of a manifestation energy, but you might not fully understand it. They say connect to little things at first, and then go into the larger items. You might want to, whatever it is of your desire of smallness, would be good to connect to it first, and then think about the larger things. You realize it does take longer for the bigger things, but it is good to have that energy around you. There's more to that, but that is what they have for us. Thanks.
Okay. And second question is, I have been stuck for a long time. Ask my guides what is holding me back, or even if I am creating my own limitations. If so, how?
What they do say through the spiritual energies is actually how you break out of all of this. They just know your spiritual talents, basically, to explore through meditation, basically. Meditation seems to be a place where you can go to open yourself up, to know what you want also. But you might not always know what you want. You are blocking yourself to a degree only so you can see the right direction to go into. So that is correct, but also the manifestation energy is still quite strong with you. You just don't know what to always manifest from what we are seeing. We do see your energy is very strong with stones. As for speaking to them, that's up to you, of course, how you feel about that. Blessings.
Okay. And next is Pete.
Hello.
Yes. Greetings.
Hello. Greetings. My first question is that I've been experiencing some. I would say that during my experience, I lived in the city, and now just recently I just moved in back to my hometown. And when I came back, I started to experience all these different energies and situations, and and normally I would actually handle the change, but suddenly I couldn't be able to um, fathom what was going on. I had some of those accidents, um, and some manifestations, such as I stepped out under just recently on a rainy day, and it was very stormy. I almost got hit by lightning though. Um, and the next part is that there were these energies that was out of alignment or out of place that was affecting my abilities. So I was wondering if you could help me out with this.
One moment. Well, what we recommend is connecting to the Mother Earth energies to clear your vibration. There has been an Archon visitation, it seems, where you feel like you're distorted. And it seems that they're trying to mute your energy, it seems. We don't see reptilian, we see more Archon interference that's been coming in. And it's been kind of static. And even through that lightning balls, it seems like they were around that also to give you a shock from what we are seeing. So they're trying to take you off balance, basically. So the Mother Earth energies will feel as assistance to put yourself back in order.
Hi, thank you. And my second question is that are there any messages by my guides or for my own family?
Well, it does seem like you're going into a restart in a lot of ways. If you see that the channeling ability does live with you, and also for you to utilize those talents to share your messages, it's up to you, of course. But that talent does live with you. I see a lot of Arcturian vibration that would be very utilizing for you to find your path. Or basically just connect to the Arcturians. They should, through your meditations, most likely you will see them. If they don't have a message, they'll just send you lights, basically, for healing. That's what they say.
And yeah, because the whole change that and new set of understandings.
Yes, correct.
Alrighty, thank you.
Blessings.
Okay. And next is Bobby questions. And Bobby's questions are, can my higher self offer a simple and effective exercise for enhancing my innate abilities and connection?
Well, yes, meditation with a being that you feel comfortable with. Can be spirit guide, can be angels. What is like find your favorite being to connect with. You see Bashar as some have a favorite with, but to give you an example, and this is just up, find one that you feel comfortable with, that you get your knowledge from, your communication with. Should be able to help you. Blessings.
Okay. And second question, do I have any messages?
One moment. Yes, within our society, the Yah-Yel, you have a great amount of lifetimes as an artist, also as an engineer, but mostly as an artist. Now you can connect to those energies if you wish to do so. You might see species from our world that is on yours now, such as the bear. You'd be surprised where some of your animals come from. It's like a contribution to your society, at least one species of the bear. That's all we can go into detail. We might see them in a different form. And also goes for other species you can connect to if you wish to do so. What is coming to mind as for their contribution to this earth? And you feel like you're part of it in some way, what we are seeing. Blessings.
Okay. And next is Lucy.
Hello.
Greetings.
Hi. Are there any messages from my angels or guides?
One moment. Well, yes, you say you're beginning better soon. You have been connecting to the crab people. I know you're probably like, where is that coming from? You'd be surprised. You have been visiting them. They are a warrior race, but they are excellent healers also. They also, yes, they have worlds that are have less negativity on their world, and you might not necessarily have the snappers, but they have been around you a lot recently, as they are around many. More people connect to them, the more we'll understand. Right now, it's like just a walking crab. As far from that, they are humanoid. They have had worlds somewhat similar to this one, but they have a great assistance here. For connecting their energies, most likely you will just start to see them around you, possibly. We do see you. But their presence is quite heavy around you, and they're assisting with your healing health, but also there has been some manipulations around you recently. I believe you've been picking up on it. On war energy beings, but nothing to worry about. You have been clearing that out. But they have been showing up here and there because they feel that you're slightly vulnerable. But you've been taking care of it from what we've seen, so no worries there. That's the message.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I have been feeling kind of vulnerable. I was wondering, how much of a factor does my cell phone and where I keep it and look at it have to do with the melanoma on my leg and my eye?
I don't think that has anything. We're not connecting to that has anything to do with it. There's enough in your air already that is far worse than that little item. So it does. Some of it has to do with the location of where you're living. That's more has to do with it. But you
mean Florida in general? Oh,
location.
okay.
Yes.
Right. I've been sunburnt since the day I was born. So
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yes.
And
Blessings. Blessings.
Blessings to you.
Okay. And next is Steven's questions. Steven, are you here? If you are, I can't hear you. I'll go ahead and read your questions. First question is, does Zaha of Hyadarians have a message for me?
Yes. One moment. Yes, you've been connecting to them on their ships recently. Going to other places. As you've been, yes, warning their systems of, you've been seeing them eat recently. They're not known to eat. They have been warning how to eat. I know that sounds quite humorous, but only for health reasons. They are becoming a little bit more human-like. Usually, they have no food, from what I see, ever having a reason for it. But you have been on ship recently. I believe they are scouting for a new home. But it does seem like Arcturus is where they wish to go to for taking their society there. So they've been all over the place, it seems, looking for a home planet. But I believe in Arcturus is where they found one. So you are with them at this time.
Okay. And second question, any messages from Galactic Family? Thank you.
Yes, the Lyran presence has been quite strong around you recently. As for what is going on with the planet, as for its political structure, has been changing slightly. You have seen it kind of crack open ever so slightly. In certain areas, it's not fully seen in your reality, but you are bringing more of a healing energy into the political systems as for bringing more humans together. It is not always utilized to be seen, because humans are not ready for it. There's still connected to that lower anger. So they don't always see what's going on because of that anger. You remove the anger, you can see much light is in work. So many are not realize they're being manipulated into anger, and they're being deterred. A lot of that is Archon, mostly reptilian. Reptilians are enjoying seeing humans chew each other out. They get a laugh out of it. They sit on the sides, eat popcorn or whatever it might be. They see humans just tearing each other up, and we don't need to do that. Humans don't need to, but they're not realizing they can let go of that energy. So when you see someone doing that, it's showing them what's going on manipulation-wise. So, but there is a great healing among you all. Blessings.
Okay. And next is Terrence.
Hello.
Yes, please.
My first question is, what have I been doing in Astral lately?
Well, I see you mostly taking it easy recently. I do see you around Orion for much healing. Healing a lot of the beings that left this earth. Some of them have been bruised slightly by the lower energies. So I see you in Orion healing many beings, because many were not aware of the lower vibrations and not quite understand it from what we were seeing. So you're giving them a schooling on what's going on here. Some of them were not listening from what it seems. And mostly on vacation from what I see. Blessings.
Thank you. My second question is, do you have any messages for me?
Yes, you might see yourself in a uniform of like a military, but a military of light. It is not called a military, but for your world to understand it. You are dealing with a lot of languages on this planet. As for alien translations to be understood here, you're very much a translator, but you're one also to with the information, but you're also translating for humans to understand of your elite systems. Your different governments here are receiving much information from you recently, from what it seems. As for peace talks, as for more openness, yes, open borders, but for extraterrestrial energies. This seems to be there is another open borders that's been going on. Yes, it's been closed for some time, as you see, but those are slightly being opened. So, open borders has there's different ways of looking at that. So, it's something for you to connect with. And there's an altering energy there as you connect to these beings as a protecting light. You might see purples and blues. That is that's just for your protection. Blessings.
Thank you.
Okay. And next is David.
Greetings.
Greetings. And do I have any galactic updates from anyone?
Yes, one moment. Yes, message from the Arturians. Yes, there's a lot of reptilian energies. You've been dealing with a lot of Nordic beings that have been causing mischief in your government systems. As for government beings that they wish to take off planets, some of them are getting kind of frustrated with it because they're not getting their way, so they wish to take these beings off planets. That has, of course, not happened, but they wish to do so as the lower energies of the Nordics are trying to threaten your government at this time. When I do see you in your astral form is more of a feline recently, as to show a strong presence. Reason for that reason is because your Earth, your political climate is going to go through a major shift. We can't say when, but many are going to be thrown out eventually. Yes, there is an election, but there's an elite government that's being thrown out also that you don't see. So there's another government, of course, that is being fleshed out that you are involved with the cleaning house, you can say. That's the message at this time.
Okay, thank you. And do I also have any messages from the blue avians as well?
One moment. Yes, you've been building new bridges within their society. You have been, yes, in their society in your astral with them a lot recently for vacation reasons, but also for political reasons, but also to bring more happiness into Earth's reality. New sports also I see that it'll take some time. It possibly would be in your time period, but new types of sports will be brought in where it's less brutality towards each other, more like mind games, but to enhance your abilities. I believe you pick up on that. I believe you've heard that, like galactic higher vibration games. So we see with you your hand with that. That's the message.
Thank you. Blessings.
Okay. Next is Noah.
Hello.
Yes.
So, are there any messages for my sister?
Yes, I did not hear that. Can you say that again?
Are there any messages for my sister?
One moment. Yeah, she's going through a transformations energy. There is a lot of Andromedan energies around her at this time. One moment. She is actually connected very much to the sun energies that she has been. It is difficult to see it in her reality, but she might find herself in the sun. Unlikely, as if she sees herself inside the sun, she will feel it a different vibration altogether. Basically, there's society there. Not at your frequency, but at a higher frequencies. She is a citizen of that place. But for her, openings of her energies is up to her. Or do you see the healing energy very strong with her at this time? Blessings.
Okay, and are there any messages for me?
Yes, one moment. You have been actually connecting to a lot of Atlantean energies recently. As you are once an Atlantean in the past, but you see a lot of your memories coming back. Maybe not in your third dimension, but a lot of your ideas are coming back. As for knowing your abilities, knowing how humanity has how disconnected it is, it feels a lot of memories coming back of as an Atlantean seeing humans be downgraded vibrationally, and that even being a part of that was that energy with you is still maybe not remembered now, but it was very tough to experience that. So, because you kept your vibration pretty high at that time, it was just seeing that happen gradually was very, very difficult to experience. At this time, there is, yes, a unicorn energy around you, a Garthian energy around you. As for a protection energy, you can connect to your Garthians, feel the Fey energies to bring healing. That is the message at this time.
Okay, thank you.
Blessings.
Okay, next is MT. Okay.
Hi, thank you for being here. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, go ahead, please.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm actually going soon, so yes, go ahead, please.
Hello?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I guess you
Oh,
heard.
okay. I was just wondering, recently, about a month ago, pardon? Should I type? Can you hear me?
You can go ahead.
We can hear you. Hello?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I recently, about a month ago, I rescued 2 cats, and they're at my house, and they're really shy. I kind of feel like they're protecting the property or the house or something. I was just wondering if they have any messages for me.
Well, I just see they don't have any plans on leaving. If they do, they'll be quite heartbroken, but they are enjoying their stay there. They are getting to know the place. Their only reason they are shy is they're just still getting used to the place. So, trust me, when that goes away, they'll be on into everything. But yes, they were sent to you. Yes, they feel like you needed their energies.
All right. Yeah, I think I did too. And then my second question is for my boyfriend, Doug. Do you messages from his angels and guides? Specifically, he's been really trying to find a better paying job and whatnot and moving on from where he's been for a few years. Do they have any messages regarding that or anything at all?
Well, they say better work is, yes, it seems like it's in another area. And so he might have to travel to find better work, though. It's just in his area, just like the opportunities are not there's just not much opportunities where you are at this time. At least for him, it seems. But if he opens up, if he wishes to travel a little bit more, we do see more opportunities opening up there. That's the message. Blessings. Yes, is there anybody else before we leave?
Okay, thank you. Much love.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Next is Mary, and first question: any messages for me?
A moment. moments. Guides are being just basically just move on from your old ways. Try new things. The only way for change is to change your way of doing things. Change your reality as for what you do on a daily basis. To change some of that ever so slightly, your routine basically. And also to use your spiritual, your cards, I see as a very strong tool for you, at least from our perspective, that will help you in your transitional. Like walk somewhere different, go somewhere different, just to add a little bit of difference here and there. Doesn't have to be major, but will help change the vibration around you. Blessings.
Okay. And second question is, my relationship with my 18-year-old college-going daughter is hard work. My husband says her and I are very much alike. How can I have a more fluid relationship with her?
It does not seem like there's going to be a possibility of that because this person is not being very easy to connect with. So basically just do your best. There's not much you can do because she is putting walls around herself. So when you put those walls up, it's very, you know how it works. Just basically sending positive energy and positive intentions. But if you get pushback, just let it go. Sometimes the less connection you have with this person, the better. Until this person changes their vibration. Because right now they're stuck in their old ways. Blessings. Yes, I must be going, so is there anything?
Yes, last thing, if there's any messages for Ivan, and that's all for tonight. Thank you very much.
That we don't have. We'll give him a message later. Blessings. We must be going. Send you energies. All right. Show everyone. Okay. No. We're just gonna. I gotta go. Much love.
Yeah, they were in a hurry to take off.
Jesus loves everybody. Good night.